This lesson shows you how to solve absolute value equations. When you surround an expression with a pair of straight bars, as shown in these examples, you are asking for the absolute value of the expression. The absolute value of an expression is the value of the expression without regard to its sign. For example, the absolute value of 3 and the absolute value of -3 are both 3. You can write more complex absolute value expressions. The absolute value of 4 minus 8 is 4. And the absolute value of 12 minus 2 times 3 is 6. The absolute value of an expression is always positive. Here is a simple equation, the absolute value of x equal to 3. You should be able to see that the equation has two solutions, x equal 3 or x equal -3. Since both 3 and -3 have absolute values equal to 3. You can use this idea to solve more complex equations with absolute value. In this example, if the absolute value of 2x plus 3 equals 7, then 2x plus 3 must equal 7, or 2x plus 3 must equal -7. Now, solve these two equations. On the left, subtract 3 from both sides for 2x equals 4. Then divide by 2 for a solution x equal 2. On the right, subtract 3 from both sides for 2x equal -10. Then divide by 2 for a solution x equal -5. You can see that both solutions check. On the left, for x equal 2, you have the absolute value of 2 times 2 plus 3, which is 4 plus 3, which is 7. On the right, for x equal -5, you have the absolute value of 2 times -5 plus 3, which is -10 plus 3, which is -7. And since the absolute value of -7 is 7, this solution also checks. For any absolute value equation, write two equivalent equations connected by OR. For 2x plus 3 on the left side of the absolute value, notice the two equivalent equations do not have absolute value symbols. For the 7 on the right side of the absolute value, notice the two absolute value equations have 7 and -7. Once you have written the two equivalent equations, solve each one. You should always have two different solutions. Be sure to check your solutions. If an absolute value equation has terms or factors outside the absolute value symbol, the absolute value expression needs to be isolated on one side of the equation before you write the two equivalent equations. add 5 to both sides, and divide both sides by 2 for the absolute value of x minus 3 equals 6. Then write the two equivalent equations. On the left, solve by adding 3 to both sides for a solution x equals 9. On the right, add 3 to both sides for a solution of x equals negative 3. Be sure to check the original absolute value equation for x equals 9 and x equals negative 3. To summarize, in order to solve an absolute value equation, make sure the absolute value expression is by itself on one side of the equation. Then write two equivalent equations joined with an OR. The two equivalent equations do not contain absolute value symbols on the left, and on the right they have an A and a negative A. Always check both solutions. This lesson has been brought to you by the Math Department of Moreau Catholic High School, a Holy Cross school bringing hope, building respect, being family, educating hearts and minds.